In this video, we are going to see how snapshots and SMB shares on TrueNAS work together. Welcome to Home Tiny Lab, my name is Christoph. And in a previous video, I configured a TrueNAS system where I showed how I can upgrade from TrueNAS Core to TrueNAS Community Edition. And this on an older system. But now we are continuing on that demonas that I have configured, and I will show here in this video what you can do if you have an SMB share in combination with Snap. So let's take off. So there are three important links that cover all what I am going to tell about the snapshots and the SMB shares. One is the how you can configure periodic snapshot tasks. Then in-depth view over how you can recover snapshots and how they relate to datasets. And then an important thing for SMB clients, that's how it works with shadow copy. So here we are on the system that I have configured as a demo TrueNAS server. So this is not really an example of how you should use it in an operational environment. Let's be clear about this. So let's have a look at what we have. So if we go to datasets and I go to my demo dataset, you will see in data protection that there are no snapshots taken and that there are no snapshot tasks that exist and no backup tasks either. But now we are going to concentrate on snapshots, snapshot tasks, and how they relate with SMB shares and how you can restore from snapshots that you have taken. So first of all, let's take a snapshot, a manual one, naming scheme we are not going to use, recursive. We don't have child datasets in this dataset, so we don't have to apply this. So let's save this one. And it has created us. So let's have a look now in a Windows virtual machine how this snapshot shows up. So if we go to the File Explorer, we already see here demo share, but if I go down and click on Networks, you see the demonas that I've configured. If you click on this, you have to authenticate. If you want to know how I have configured this, you can have a look at my previous video. And now we see the demo share. If we have a look, we will see that it is related with files. If we go back and we go to properties and you have previous versions, you will see that the snapshot that I've taken is visible there. If you open this, it will open the snapshot folder. And from there on, you can restore files if they are changed in your current folder. Now they are identical because I didn't do something in the demo. But let's demonstrate this. So let's close this back. Click on OK. So if we would add text document, adding file, this is done. And now let's go back to our TrueNAS server and let's take a snapshot and let's save it. And now we have two snapshots. So if we go back to demonas and go to properties and previous versions, now we see two snapshots. If we have a look at the second snapshot that we have taken, the first snapshot, you see that there is not a file present that we have added in the last snapshot. Here we see adding file. Okay, let's close this. Now, the best way to take snapshots is to do it on a regular basis so that you have automatically your data that is protected. It is protected this way of tampering or of accidental deletion. So let's go to snapshot tasks. There are none. So if you click on adding a snapshot task, you will have to select the dataset where you want those snapshot task periodic snapshot tasks be created for. So let's do it for demo dataset. Let's keep here the snapshot lifetime for 2 weeks, for example. You could here add something to define your naming scheme. You could exclude child datasets if you had, for instance, a temporary dataset for temporary files, or a log file that you don't want to backup in your snapshots. It's not a backup that you don't want to harden with your snapshots. Allow taking empty snapshots. Let's leave it on for this demo purpose. The schedule, that's where I'm going to change it for my demo purposes. I will create a custom one. Preset is going to change automatically, but let's say that I want to do it every 2 minutes. Here you have the times that snapshots will be taken. Let's click on done. So you could also create tiered snapshots. You could create a snapshot for every hour during a day, and then create a second snapshot task for the same data pool, where you could take one snapshot every week, and so on, so that you have a tiered snapshot, so that this will reduce the amount of snapshots that you keep in your on your disk if you also configure the time span that the snapshots are kept. So that's something to look at. I will perhaps make a video about this separately. So, but let's continue with this demo. So it is pending for now. Let's go back to data protection, and you will see that there is now the periodic snapshot task. Taken in consideration, you have a quick overview. So 2 weeks, 2 minutes, which will create a lot of snapshots. So it's best not to keep it for 2 weeks if you take snapshots every 2 minutes. Let's say that you keep it for 30 minutes and then you make another tiered snapshot task. Let's go back to datasets. And there is something else that you can do with those snapshots, or those shadow copies. If, for example, you want to make them invisible, then you have to go a little bit more down, and you have here snapshot directory invisible. If you put this to disabled, we want to save this, save. To be sure that it will work in Windows, you will have to restart the shared service. So let's turn it off and let's turn it on. And if we go back to our Windows system and we go to properties, previous version, you will see that it is empty. But the snapshots are still made, but not visible in the Windows environment. So if you don't want end users to be able to recover themselves their files, then it's that way that you will have to make it not there for them, or invisible for them, or disabled for them. So let's click on OK. So let's look at the other options that we have. So let's go back to the dataset and click back again on edit. There was another choice that could be made. For example, so here it was. Let's make it visible. Click on save. For all certitude, let's turn off the service and let's turn it on again. And let's go back to our Windows environment. And let's go to properties. And let's do previous versions. Still empty. But if we click on demo share and we have put that we want to view hidden items, you will see a folder .zfs. And in that folder, you will find back the different snapshots that are already made. So you see the automatic snapshots that were made in the time that we were busy with this, and then the manual snapshots that I have taken. And we can go in the folder and take back some files. If your users are not using Windows clients, then this is an easy option for them to access those snapshots. I'm going to show it in a Linux environment. So I'm going to open File Manager, and we are going to connect to the demonas server. I have to enter my password. And I have my demo share, and if I go to properties, it will not show the things that I see in Windows. So let's close this. And here I don't see the .zfs folder, but if you go to .zfs in here, you see your snapshot. And then you will be able to recuperate all the files if they were accidentally deleted or something else. So this is the way that you could use it in a Linux desktop. Let's go back to the dataset and to demo and to the snapshots. So here we are in the snapshot page. We see here the last automatic snapshot that was taken, and here the last manual one. So this is the most recent snapshot that we have. You can clone to a new dataset. With this you will put the data that is related to this snapshot in a separate dataset. So you will not override the existing dataset. But if you click on rollback, all last changes made in your dataset will be discarded and replaced with this snapshot. So there's something to be really careful with. So this was an overview of what you could do with snapshots in combination with SMB shares. I hope that this was useful, and I will have a deeper look at all this in other videos. So if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe and to like this video, and I see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.